She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future.
After Carrie Underwood's mesmerizing inaugural performance, what could Donald Trump possibly say to her in a whisper? As the world's attention was captivated by the star-studded event, the mere interaction between the former president and the country singer ignited an insatiable want for more. The country music star Carrie Underwood will be performing "America the Beautiful" during the inauguration of President-elect Donald Trump on Monday, January 20th. Thus, she is making her way to the nation's capital. Carrie is finally speaking up about what occurred that day after she had kept mum for so long. Was it a kind word, a startling admission, or something totally out of the ordinary? Get ready to have your perceptions of Carrie and Trump completely changed by this unexpected discussion. Now we can explore the entire tale. An unexpectedly memorable moment occurred during Carrie Underwood's rendition of "America the Beautiful" at the inauguration. For this former American idol, performing at the presidential inauguration was an opportunity of a lifetime, until a series of unfortunate events nearly derailed her performance. On Monday, country singer Carrie Underwood's concert was a flop. Her gracefulness, skill, and capacity to adapt were on full display as she deftly steered the attention away from an unexpected technical hiccup. Something terrible happened just as she started singing the national anthem. All of a sudden, the sound went out, leaving the crowd in an unnerving quiet. Such a moment would be terrifying, if not paralyzing, for a lot of artists. Although Carrie would not be an exception. She seizes the occasion with extraordinary poise and self-assurance, turning it into an exhibition of exquisite creativity. Carrie took a risk instead of waiting for technicians to fix the problem or giving in to fear. She proceeded entirely a cappella, without any musical assistance. Rich and authoritative, her voice was the star of the show. She captivated the crowd with her strong singing, drawing them together in an unexpected moment of enchantment. At first, the audience wasn't sure how to react, but they quickly became fascinated. Carrie did something even more remarkable when she sensed the building passion of the audience. She smiled warmly and encouraged them to come with her. An uncomfortable silence was transformed into a touching, unplanned sing-along when the performer said, "You all know the words. Sing with me." The audience gladly followed suit. An unexpectedly touching and communal experience was born as thousands of voices harmonized with hers. Despite starting out as a technical disaster, the performance ultimately became a triumph of creativity and perseverance. Carrie's unparalleled singing skill and poise under fire transformed adversity into a legendary performance. Her magnetic stage presence served as a timely reminder of why she is more than simply a singer. She is a superstar. Following her introduction, there was a little pause before her music began to play. However, it was abruptly interrupted, leaving her with an uncomfortable pause before the music resumed. Unity, music, and the enchantment of the unexpected were celebrated during the concert. Watching the crowd react to the sudden quiet was a highlight of the evening. Let's see how the spectators contribute to the enchantment. When it initially started, everyone was confused about what was going on. Nevertheless, what may have been a strange silence soon became something remarkable. The crowd responded to the challenge rather than allowing an awkward hush to descend. They began applauding, urging Carrie on, and she felt the energy to keep going. Not only was their excitement encouraging, but it was contagious and brought an undeniable spirit to the room. Instead of being shy, Carrie wholeheartedly welcomed the opportunity. The mood changed instantaneously as she asked the crowd to sing along with her. Rather than the customary gap, a rare and very touching feeling of unity emerged between the audience and the performance. At that enchanted moment, it wasn't only Carrie on stage, it was the entire audience, united by the song, sharing an extraordinary experience. The night's high point turned out to be something that started as a misstep. That served as a timely reminder of the enthralling nature of live performances. Rather than focusing on flawless execution, they highlight the genuine, unfiltered moments that highlight our common humanity. There was a purpose to the hush, It was a window of opportunity for something genuine and remarkable to happen. The magnificence of flaws was on full display in this instant. It shone that unanticipated occurrences may leave an impression that lasts much longer than scripted performances. Everyone in that room would take something away from the experience. It was more than simply a spectacle. When two people connect in an unexpected way, it may elevate a performance to a spectacular level, the kind of flawless imperfection that makes an indelible impression. Carrie spoke with E after her show. Storyline: I love our country, and I'm honored to have been asked to sing at the inauguration and to be a small part of this historic event. Carrie's command of the stage during the glitch that nearly derailed the moment's significance teaches us a few things. We should study the teachings. In the face of an unforeseen technical issue, Carrie exhibited remarkable composure and served as an inspiration to everybody. Carrie fearlessly went her own way in a world where many artists depend substantially on pre-recorded music or ostentatious stage effects to enhance their performances. She rose to the challenge and gave an electrifying a cappella performance in the face of an obstacle that would have deterred even the most talented. Her decision to perform live without a backing band was a statement about her dedication to genuine creativity and an exhibition of her amazing singing abilities. It was Carrie's composure and bravery in front of a high-stakes audience that made this moment very remarkable. Everyone was staring at her and waiting impatiently, since this wasn't just any old gathering, it was a big occasion. While most people would have freaked out or froze in embarrassment at such a problem, Carrie remained composed and collected. She didn't waver. On the contrary, she made the most of the situation, making it a memorable highlight. Her unflappable self-assurance and lightning-fast wit made the performance even more spectacular. Carrie's reaction was a strong demonstration of her expertise, enthusiasm, and years of effort. It went beyond damage control. At that same moment, she demonstrated why her admirers and contemporaries hold her in such high esteem. She turned what should have been a devastating setback into an incredible victory by not just recovering, but also soaring. Everyone in the crowd will never forget it. If you want to be a real artist, you don't need to be perfect all the time. What matters is that you can pick yourself up when you fall down. Carrie proved that difficulties aren't roadblocks. Their chances to shine by agreeing to sing at the inauguration and stating, "I love my country. I think this is a great chance to express that love and participate in a moment of unity." Her performance became an emblem of strength and the indisputable impact of welcoming change. Carrie Underwood, how did you get this far? How did she become an icon? Let's find out. The name Carrie Marie Underwood has become an anthem for perseverance, brilliance, and unrivaled achievement in the music industry since her birth on March 10, 1983. She rose from modest origins to become a superstar overnight. It all started in 2005, when her lovely voice captivated millions as she won the 4th season of American Idol. However, Underwood's success as a competitor was just the beginning. Her incredible full-circle adventure culminated in her return to the program as a judge for its 23rd season, many years later. The revelation that Carrie Underwood will be replacing Katy Perry as a judge on American Idol was made public on Thursday, March 4th on Good Morning America. To say that her first song, "Inside Your Heaven," was successful would be an understatement. She remains the first solo country singer of the 2000s to accomplish this feat, which was made possible by the song, becoming the first country artist to top the Billboard Hot 100 list. Her first album, Some Hearts, 2005, was a smashing success, topping the charts for first albums by solo female country artists and garnering 3 Grammys, including Best New Artist. Notable singles from the album included Jesus Take the Wheel and Before He Cheats. Billboard also named Some Hearts the best country album of the 2000s, but the triumph didn't end there. Carnival Ride, 2007, Underwood's second studio album, extended her winning trend with first-week sales of nearly 500,000 copies and 2 further Grammy Awards. Play On, 2009, her third studio album, had another hit with Cowboy Casanova. Blown Away, 2012, her fourth studio album, solidified her legend, garnered her another Grammy, and was one of the best-selling albums of 2012 by a female artist. Her accomplishments continued to accumulate. By the time she released Storyteller, 2015, she had become the only country artist in history to have her first 5 albums debut in the top 2 slots on the Billboard 200 chart. Her 2014 compilation album Greatest Hits, Decade-1, included the Grammy-winning hit Something in the Water. A further landmark was her 6th album, Cry Pretty, 2018, which made history as the first female country music artist to have 4 albums debut at #1 on the Billboard 200. After that, she released My Savior, a gospel album that won a Grammy in 2020, and My Gift, her first Christmas album, in 2020. She also dabbled in spiritual and celebratory music, 2021. Continued domination in the country pop genre was on display in her 2022 album, Denim and Rhinestones. With over 42 million singles and 18 million albums sold globally, Carrie Underwood's influence extends well beyond her record-breaking sales. With more #1 songs than any other female artist on the U.S. country airplay chart, she is also the highest certified female country artist for digital singles. She is one of the 15 highest-grossing female touring artists of the past 40 years, and she was chosen the best female country performer of the 2000s and 2010s by Billboard. She has an impressive collection of accolades, including 5 Guinness World Records, 8 Grammys, 17 American Music Awards, 12 Billboard Music Awards, and more. She has received 2 prestigious honors, an induction into the Grand Ole Opry, and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She was named one of the 100 most important persons in the world in 2014 by Rolling Stone, which also hailed her as the greatest female vocalist of her generation. Forbes went so far as to say she was the most successful American Idol winner ever. As an entrepreneur and writer, Underwood has also found success outside of the music industry. With the 2015 introduction of her workout apparel line CIA by Car, she immediately became a fan favorite. In 2020, she bolstered her resume with the addition best-selling author as her fitness and lifestyle book, Find Your Path, hit the New York Times bestseller list. Hard labor, incredible ability, and unwavering resolve propelled Carrie Underwood from her humble beginnings to superstardom on a worldwide scale. By demonstrating that with dedication and love, any goal, no matter how lofty, is within reach, she has been and will be an inspiration to many others. Can you tell me how her admirers and detractors saw her behavior? What do her supporters and detractors think? Let's take a look. Carrie has received praise for her professionalism from both fans and critics. A lot of people, both supporters and detractors, started talking about the incident online after it happened. The composure and obvious talent displayed by Carrie were universally admired. Even though many had conflicting feelings about her abilities to perform on such a grand platform before the show, she managed to win over the audience. People couldn't stop gushing about her performance. She managed to remain cool under fire and wow audiences with an unforgettable performance. A common theme was the importance of these kinds of experiences in identifying true artists. As a seasoned performer, Carrie proved her value by gracefully navigating the unexpected. It takes a lot to sing live, especially when the stakes are so high. Every note is dependent on the singer's ability and self-assurance in the absence of pre-recorded tracks or practiced backups. Some have pointed out that when everything are going according to plan, it's easy to sing wonderfully. When they aren't, it's far more difficult to shine. Both Carrie's remarkable singing talent and her mental fortitude and perseverance were on full display during her performance. A real star is someone who can overcome obstacles, transform possible setbacks into moments of success, and wow an audience. A tribute to her professionalism emerged in her capacity to adjust on the fly while maintaining a faultless performance. Even the doubters had to admit that she pulled it off admirably. Fans called it a masterpiece in dealing with surprises. Viewers praised the performance, saying it was one of those unusual occasions that goes beyond just entertainment to serve as an inspiration. Not only did Carrie sing, but she also made an unforgettable event that will be remembered for a long time. Everyone was reminded of her rightful place in the limelight by her ability to turn a potentially terrible scenario into a defining achievement. The episode ultimately revealed more about her character than her skill. These kinds of moments show not just the artist but also the human being who created their work. Carrie demonstrated that she had the qualities necessary to captivate an audience and motivate them. The bravery, resolve, and elegance that go into making an experience one will never forget are as important as the music itself. Maybe that was the thing that made her stand out that day. In Carrie's opinion, how did her performance go? Finally, let's get down to brass tacks. Carrie reflects on the event with an attitude of humility and thankfulness, which allows her to go on with gratitude. Surrounded by the unfaltering affection and encouragement of her loved ones and many admirers, she exudes a positivity that is both motivating and profoundly relatable. The impact of even the most modest gestures of generosity is brought to light by her reference to Mel Gibson's encouraging message. It's a moving illustration of how even the smallest acts of kindness can have a profound impact, uplifting moods and bringing people together. It was more than a song. It became an experience, an uplifting tale of perseverance and optimism for everyone lucky enough to hear it or see it performed live or on tape. Every note and syllable bore the weight of emotion during live music, and it caught that raw beauty. But that wasn't all. It was a joyous commemoration of the special bond that musicians and fans share. There, Carrie was more than simply a performer. She was a storyteller who wove an emotionally powerful tale of vulnerability and resilience. The concert served as a poignant reminder that music can do more than just entertain. It can also heal, inspire, and unite people in an invisible relationship that remains long after the last chord has faded. What an incredible display of the power of the human spirit, the wonder of creative expression, and the unbreakable bonds that may be formed when two people's hearts meet. Trump was seen whispering to Carrie after the inaugural ceremony's staged performance. How did he address her? Now let's get down to brass tacks. Following her much-discussed inaugural performance, Carrie Underwood finally spoke up about the intimate meeting she had with former President Donald Trump. Pictures of Carrie and Trump chatting went viral, and many were curious to know what they spoke about. Up until this point, nobody knew what Trump had murmured, but everyone thought he said something kind or complimentary. On January 23rd, just days after her performance, Carrie spoke on Instagram to put an end to the rumors. Her open admission provided a rare look inside the conversation, and many fans were thrilled by Trump's good remarks. She continued, "I know everyone is wondering. He just quickly said he loved the performance." Beside a clip of her and Trump at the event. Carrie must have felt a huge confidence boost from this modest act of gratitude, considering the uproar surrounding her choice to play. But the criticism she received for attending the event has persisted. There were people who were disappointed and frustrated, and there were fans who lauded her professionalism and skill. People are still quite divided by Carrie's choice to sing at the inauguration, and there are many passionate arguments happening online about it. For some, her performance exemplified unbridled courage and brilliance. For others, it was an unsettling decision. Nevertheless, she has been known as a real professional due to her capacity to remain calm and give an outstanding performance despite the challenges she has faced. To this day, many wonder if she should have jumped at the chance to perform. This argument illustrates how deeply entangled modern life is with music, politics, and individual ideology. Whether you agree with Carrie Underwood's choices or not, her talent and composure undeniably create an impression on her audience. Thanks to Carrie Underwood's stunning vocal ability and the way she conducted herself with grace, courage, and authenticity, this amazing moment will surely go down in history as a high point of her extraordinary career. Discover the moment's lasting impact. This is the type of moment that stays with spectators, reminding them of the enchantment and unpredictability of live performances. At their finest, they are incredibly moving because they are unrehearsed and emotional. America the Beautiful was more than simply a performance for Carrie. Resilience and the life-altering potential of music were on full display. She didn't falter. On the contrary, she transformed a possible obstacle into a chance to shine even more brilliantly, winning over everyone who beheld her. Reminding us of the magic of live music, grace under pressure is more than just admirable. Music promotes connection, sincerity, and the common human experience. Perfection is not the point. Fans of Carrie Underwood may take this performance as another proof of how talented and admirable she is. Professionalism and composure were on full display in this moment, even for those who didn't follow her career carefully. It exemplifies the power of music to go beyond the performance space, uniting audiences, uplifting souls, and making memories that will endure a lifetime. Carrie is an incredibly powerful and gifted artist. Her remarkable voice and her ability to overcome any challenge give her a formidable presence. This was much than simply a showcase for her talent. It was a jubilation for music as a unifying and uplifting power, especially in the face of adversity. An artist's ability to connect with their audience, remain authentic, and create remarkable moments from even the most unexpected circumstances is more important than simply hitting the proper notes, as this story teaches us all. More than simply a performance, this was a watershed moment for Carrie, establishing her legacy as an icon of strength, elegance, and inspiration in addition to an exceptional vocalist. Is Carrie Underwood's revelation that Donald Trump whispered anything to her after her inauguration performance something you find surprising? Leave a comment telling us what you think. Please subscribe and like the video.